Many years ago, I had my pad and pencil and I would doodle for hours, drawing stairs, a bowl of fruit, and bottles. Trying to get the lighting just right, I shaded and erased as the shape came into view, setting the perfect still life on the page. The house I drew was still and without emotion, which was the exact opposite of the one on McGee Street. If resentment had a color, it would be maroon, symbolic of dried blood, the sum total of all the wounds that my parents inflicted on each other. The injuries happened years before, but now they picked at it, rip it, and bite it open. The old anger has rested and looked for ways to express itself and renew the never-ending blame game. My mother never accepted the cheating, alcoholic, abusive misfit that was my father, temporarily leaving in several acts of defiance, but finding her way back permanently after my little sister's arrival. My father, knowing that his wife was not on his team, feeling like she would be happier if she was on another, then she would have no one to poke or criticize. He would never be a good provider. Being financially stable was important to her sense of safety, yet he could never provide this to his family. She didn't feel safe, and he felt that he wasn't good enough. The maroon wafted through the house as we gathered in the kitchen during the winter and boiled water on the stove due to him not paying the heat bill. 10 below zero outside, and we huddled on mattresses in the kitchen. My mother could have borrowed the money, but she wanted him to experience his own lack, watch his children feel the cold of his inadequacies. Reverse psychology couldn't work on him, but she continued to prove her hypothesis. I drew hearts. Not because they were easy to sketch, but because I longed for one. My heart had closed over the years. My family had dressed themselves in the color of dried blood, yet pretended there was nothing to see. I wanted honesty, which comes from the heart, but the truth was never to be spoken. The authenticity that comes when the heart is free from judgment, from blame, free from wounds, trauma. It takes flight. A heart with wings. I began drawing big ones and little ones with big wings, and I used all the colors that I had available. Yellow hearts with green wings, multicolored, detailed feathers would occupy me for hours. Homework. Well, that was not important as filling up notebooks with heart wings. As my little sister reached kindergarten age, I introduced her to heart wings, and we drew them together. As I entered high school, I counted down the years, the days, the months when I could fly away from the Southwest High School, Kansas City, Missouri, the Midwest, and the people who had chosen to be caged, imprisoning themselves in their unmet expectations and blaming each other for holding on to their key. My older sister away at college in Columbia, Missouri. For me, I knew that was not far enough. As I calculated my flight, I wondered, was I depressed? I told my mother, it's hard for me to love. She in turn told my father. A deep sense of betrayal set in, and a realization that they could not save me. I continued to draw my heart wings, unconsciously drawing to me the very being I am. Freedom is freely loving, not judging the ones that led you to enlightenment, but placing them at the altar of forgiveness. 50 years have passed since I first etched the winged hearts, and I am drawn to a city called San Miguel de Allende. In every shop, storefront, I see it. My sister and I walk the streets and remember a time when we drew the emblem of love together. The flying heart was everywhere, not just in our imagination, but in our current reality. Our parents are long gone. Their legacy is omnipresent. In this space in Mexico, people come from all over the world not knowing what they are looking for. But when they come and sit in the square and feel connected to familial gatherings, locals speaking heartfelt salutations, and strangers treating you like family, they allow themselves to be what they were looking for. They are free to love. Unconditional love is not what I learned in my family, but I am free to be it now. I have saved myself and reach for my sisters as we, the Tres Hermanas, feel what our parents passed to us to heal.
We breathe in the rainbow colors of freedom as we leave behind all childhood trauma, so our hearts soar with infinite possibilities.